everybody. Thanks for being here today on this beautiful Saturday. What we're doing today is cleaning our tools. If you're like me and you kind of put them away last season and you didn't clean them up before you did so, your tools might look a little on the rusty side. So a couple of my favorite tools that I have is my little garden trowel here. As you can see, it doesn't look very ready for the season. And then these are my other favorite tools here. I use to just kind of snip things off or, you know, trim things down. And then this one I use to pull, help pull weeds out, like the lawn or whatever. But as you can see, they don't look very lovely. So what we're going to be doing today is cleaning them. There's a lot of different ways that you can clean your garden tools. A lot of folks say you can, use a bleach solution on them and what have you. I, again, like to try to keep things as organic as possible. So I've actually got my little tin here filled up with some white distilled vinegar. So I'm just going to soak those in that. And that actually helps remove the rust. And then we give them a little scrub with some baking soda afterwards, and that's just going to clean it all up there. So we'll get that going here. Again, thank you for joining us. If you're new to my channel, thanks for being here. If you're returning my channel, again, thank you for being here. Appreciate, like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And then again, comment section down below. Go ahead and hit it up with a comment if you want to add something to that or questions, what have you. Thanks for doing that. All right, so we're just gonna jump right in here. So what I'm gonna do, I had already rinsed these off. I just gonna wanna get that saturated down here. And we're just gonna lay that in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually get these soaked in here first. And then I'm gonna wrap them in with some paper towel to really just let that saturate there. Honestly, if you can let this sit for a good 24 hours, that'll really just help get all of this off here. And then kind of lightly coated that there and here. And then we're gonna take this. There's a slide the paper towel here. So I got the paper towel saturated with the vinegar. And then what I'm gonna do, because I want that to completely saturate onto my tools here. And this is also a great way to, clean it. It's also gonna disinfect and everything like that, because, when you're working in your garden, you don't want to cross-contaminate things too. If you're, one of your plants has blight or any other kind of fungal disease, that can be transmitted by your gardening tools as well. So you just want to really be sure everything's nice and clean. So just let that kind of sit there like that. We'll get our next paper towel here. I said these, I just love this little guy here. I had not cleaned these at the end of last season, and then we had some yard work done, and so our garden shed was taken apart, and a lot of stuff did get exposed to the elements of the weather. And it's always just a good idea anyhow to just clean your stuff, because if they're clean and sharpened, it's just going to make garden work that much more enjoyable and easier. That. And then when I stick them back in the pan like this, because then the paper towel will work as a wicking mechanism, just really continue to absorb all of that vinegar to help get that all nice and clean. So we're just gonna let this soak here for just a little while, and then we'll be back. All right, hang in there. Hey, so we're back. Did let this soak here for a little bit. Sorry about the noise back there, since doing some yard work. But I've let these soak. You can already see a bit of a difference here. And just kind of give this a little bit of a scrub here. And a lot of that rust just coming right off. What I'm going to do is actually rinse these off and give it a good scour with some baking soda. And just, you know, sometimes you can come across something and be like, oh, it's so dirty, gross, and rusty. I should just throw it out and get a new one. Well, you know, if you just kind of put in a little elbow grease here, and look at that, like I can tighten those up a little bit. This is my favorite tool. I use this one for everything. But look at that. It's just coming right off. Like I said, I was bad. I didn't clean them before I stowed them for the season. But already, just a bit of a dramatic difference here. So give that a good scrub. And then we're going to, like I said, rinse this off. And again, this is just white distilled vinegar. No bleach or any other harsh chemicals. I like to keep everything as organic as I can possibly get things. Just because, you know what? I'm not a big person in using a lot of chemical, or who knows what happens. Look at that. If your instruments or tools are a lot rustier than what mine were, you can honestly let everything just sit for a good, 24 hours, and then go ahead and come on in and clean this up. And then, it's just white vinegar, so I feel okay to just do that. Is my water on? No. Rinse all of this off here. There we go. Sorry, I just got a new nozzle here this morning. Okay. All right, just come back on over this way here. Gotta get my baking soda. I'm just gonna set up right here. I'm back. I'm just going to dampen my sponge here just to give it a nice little scrub. And a lot of the stuff, you don't have to go out and buy anything fancy. A lot of these items, most people have in their pantries, cabinet, what have you. Just go on out there and, here we go. Give us a little scrub. All right, so rinsed everything off. I sprinkled some baking soda over the top of my tools here. And then I just have a little kitchen sponge. I'm just gonna use the green side here just to kind of help scrub that here. Again, something super easy. See how it's just coming right off here? Especially like in all the little grooves here. And it's looking pretty brand new here. Again, there we go. It's a great thing to do. Whether you're doing it at the end of the season, the beginning of the season, or just kind of in between the garden season, because you do want to keep your your things nice and clean. Again, you don't want to cross-contaminate any diseases that could be bestowed on one plant and then transferred into another. For me especially, this and this, these are the ones that I go to all the time. So if I'm clipping something here or deadheading, I don't want to introduce bacteria to something else. So this is my go-to. Again, there's stuff online that you can do, like, you know, dilute, put them in some water with a little bit of bleach or what have you, peroxide. This is a great method for me. This is what I like to use. So I gave everything a really good scrub with the baking soda. It's looking really good, so I just want to wash that off. And look at such a huge difference. Actually, along the back here. So much better. Is it 100%? No, and honestly, if I want to redo the treatment, I can certainly do that. But that just, from where we started, that just looks phenomenal. Same thing here. Just wash all the baking soda off. Huge difference. Drying everything off, and it just looks so nice and clean and shiny here. Like I said, I could have soaked this even longer to really get this rest here. But for the most part, it is dramatically different here. Nice and so much cleaner. Almost brand new. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and just kind of oil this up a little bit. There we go. All clean. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please hit that like and subscribe. Hit anything in the comment section down below. Otherwise, thanks for being here with me today. Catch you in the next video.